gender.
No, stop.
You got a
No,
gender.
not the binary.
You got a
Don't
gender.
put me in a box! Welcome to TBBBAP. That stands for two fucking fucks. Fucking shit.
I'm Cake Standard.
And I'm Phantom Horn.
So today's episode, Season 4, Episode 5, Flight to the Finish, starring everyone's favorite mutant Earth pony, Scootaloo.
Absolutely, Keg. Just because a pony has wings, who says they have to be a Pegasus? Say a pony doesn't have a horn. Does that mean they have to not be a unicorn? I mean, look at me. I've got the magic in me.
Whatever you say, man, but she's definitely a Pegasus. She's just got tiny wings so she can't fly. But that is bullshit, because look at my buddy Snowflake. He is a Wonderbolt in training. And we were down at Ponyville Gym the other day. He was benching 255 of those bad boys. So Scootaloo just needs to spend a little time with my buddy Snowflake. He will get her pumped and ripped out of her gourd.
So this episode stars the Cutie Mark Crusaders trying to win the right to bear the Ponyville flag in the Equestria Games. Special focus is on Scootaloo, who decides that in order to represent the Pegasi of Ponyville at the Games, she needs to fly.
You know, one of the things I really liked about this episode was Miss Harshwitty's faces. Did you see that? She was gesticulating and like, do you see those neck muscles flexing?
She was really working. She was really like, she had very different faces. Kind of like Trixie had very different faces from the other ponies when she arrived. Harshwitty has like a very, I think her head is actually a little differently shaped, and yeah, she's very unique. So I really liked her, like, just showing her teeth.
It's good.
Just, I mean, I really disliked her, but that was the point. She was really kind of a terrible pony, but that's cool.
I like seeing them put in the effort to have different kind of animations for different ponies, you know?
Dash made some good faces in this episode, too. Season 4 has been really nice in the animation department. The song looked really nice.
So the song was called Hearts as Strong as Horses, but do you know what these horses are they were talking about? I don't know what that is.
Well, I've never seen one myself, but I've heard rumors that they used to walk these lands. Great beasts! They say they stood upwards of 18 hands tall.
What are hands?
Anyway, so Scootaloo. I'm pretty sure that, as originally envisioned by Lauren Faust when the show was made, Scootaloo was meant to be a non-flyer. So when I saw the animatic from San Diego Comic-Con showing, the clip of Diamond Chair and Silver Spoon making fun of the Cutie Mark Crusaders and Scootaloo for not being able to fly, I was sure that Hasbro was going to bitch out and make an episode where, oh, don't worry, everyone. Everything's fine. Scootaloo can fly. She's normal, just like everyone else. It's fine. I couldn't have been more wrong. What I got instead was everything I ever hoped for from a Scootaloo episode. We get pretty much as good confirmation as you could ask for that no, Scootaloo is different. Scootaloo can't fly. Scootaloo, in all likelihood, will never fly. So I got actually kind of emotional in this episode, especially after, when Scootaloo is asking Rainbow Dash, what if I never fly? And right afterwards, when, they start singing again, they revisit the song, I was just like, wow, guys, you fucking did it. And thank you. Thank you, Hasbro. Thank you, DHX. Good job.
Now hold on, let me play bro advocate for a second here, because you could interpret this whole episode a different way. Because all Rainbow Dash ever actually says is maybe Scootaloo won't ever fly. Maybe she will fly, maybe she won't fly. Maybe she's just a late bloomer and her wings are going to sprout up in 6 months.
I don't know if we were watching the same show. As far as I'm concerned, the writers indicated as strongly as possible that Scootaloo won't fly. The only way they could have done it harder is if they'd taken her to Ponyville Hospital and showed an x-ray of her wings with no bones in them.
Boneless chicken.
Whatever, man. As far as I'm concerned, Rainbow Dash pretty much confirmed as much as needed that Scootaloo won't fly, and personally I'm glad they did.
Well, if that really does shake up the status quo for Scootaloo, like you were saying, that kind of casts her in a whole different light retroactively.
It really does. I think that this episode's so good to me that it doesn't just stand on its own. It makes other episodes better. Because now that we know, at least I think that we know, that Scootaloo is different. She's differently abled. She can't fly. She's a Pegasus who can't fly. Now that we know that about her, and we have her talking to Rainbow Dash about it, and all the Cutie Mark Crusaders are in on it, just yeah, cool. Now that we know that, every time before this that the Cutie Mark Crusaders or any pony just talked to Scootaloo and didn't mention it, that means that they knew she was different. They just didn't care. They didn't treat her any differently, and that's great. That's what we need. That's what That's the kind of thing that like I like My Little Pony for having like strong female characters that aren't ridden like shit. And now they've got Scootaloo, who is disabled, but everyone's cool with it, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
It's great. Everyone in Ponyville has accepted Scootaloo all along, despite this potential disability, and it's never even been mentioned.
No.
It was such a small deal to these
Everyone's
guys.
fine with it.
It's really an inspiring message if you think about it that way.
Now, I gotta say, I know that in most of her scenes up to this point, probably the writers weren't always thinking, hey, let's portray a disabled character, equally and no one minds. I'm sure that wasn't, like, always intentional. But, now that it's canon, we read it that way, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright, PH, that's enough about Scootaloo. It's time to talk about the best characters in this episode, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. Man, they stepped to those nerds so hard, and you know what? If I'd have been there, I'd have told Scootaloo the same damn thing. Maybe now that she's had a little dose of reality, she'll finally make something of herself. And I don't know about you, but if I was a Ponyville Pegasus, I would have hung my head in shame seeing her performance at the illustrious Equestria Games.
Hey, Kay! Now you listen to me. I put up with a lot of shit from you, always passing your hoof over my head, saying, where is it, bro? Where's your horn, bro? Where's your horn, bro? But I won't put up with that kind of hate speech in our video. However, you do bring up an excellent point. Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, an open message to you. I don't care if you are elementary school children. You two are the meanest ponies in Ponyville, and this injustice will not go unpunished. I'm coming for you.
Okay, PH. Anyway, this has been an episode of TBBBAP. That's Two Best Brothers Bitching About Ponies. I'm Cake Standard.
And I'm Phantom.
Thanks for joining us.
Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. It really steams me up.
You're just too sensitive. Remember how weird you used to get when I used to call you blank,
Stop.
blank,
You know that triggers me.
blank,
No.
blank,
I
blank,
got my
blank,
cutie mark
blank,
before you.
blank,
No!